I don't know if you're ready, man. Are you ready?
We're live.
Oh, we're live.
Wait, what did you say about Lucid? I heard my name.
Steve.
Nobody's gonna hit the assemble.
That was nice, Steve.
Assemble! There you go.
Man, you gotta do the music too, man.
No, you don't.
So anyways, we got the new One Piece chapter 879.
Yeah, and Katakuri's still trash. Sorry, I had to say it.
Oh, complaining about that, Steve.
What do you guys think of it before we kind of dive into
Katakuri's
it?
still trash.
I'm only here for one reason.
Oh, he went there.
He still has not shown a strength feat.
He
What?
overpowered Luffy.
What?
No, he did not. He beat him through Devil Fruit Mastery. That was a Devil Fruit ability, not a power feat.
So,
I want the
pushing
YouTube
Luffy
stream
into the
to ignore his
strength?
comments.
Wait, what?
Pushing Luffy into the ceiling, that's not strength.
No, not when Luffy can't push back because his arm is stuck. If it was an exchange in power, it's two people using physical feats. Luffy's power is reduced if he can't push or pull.
Lucy's whole thing is he says that in like that last panel where like they clash with the elfin guns. That he thinks that the Mochi
No, you're wrong about that, Lucid. I already explained this, but this man has control of his Mochi. He can stick you if he wants to, but he can also make it harder.
Wallow, until the series says that, I'm not going with that. I'm going with what his Devil Fruit explanation was from Jinbei. Jinbei said, you can free yourself with water, but it's best never to touch him at all.
So
Yeah,
when
he said it's best never to touch him at all, but as we've seen clearly, he's sticky, right?
Yeah, so like,
But
what I'm saying is,
he made earmuffs out of Mochi that was puffy.
Yeah.
no, the thing about those earmuffs out of Mochi, they stuck to everybody's ears. It's still sticky, just like how the Mochi stuck to the cannons and covered them up.
All right, what about when he was using a hot Gatling this chapter? He didn't get stuck to Katakuri.
Also,
that's a good point.
if the
He
Mochi
could stick at will.
they wouldn't be able to pick him up. Their hands would get stuck on him, bro.
That's what I'm
No,
telling you.
because their hand is bigger than the Mochi. Just like when Luffy used Gear Third, he could push him back because his hand was bigger than Katakuri in all like in size. Like his hand was completely bigger. Like
So
that's you're trying to tell me if a piece of gum is on the floor, you can't pick it up?
No,
Yeah, but we're not about to downplay Katakuri to say his stickiness is limited as gum. His stickiness is way more sticky than just conventional gum, bro. Come on, man.
Stop.
No, listen. I got it right here. Bro.
Sticky.
The man literally, when Luffy went to punch him before they went into the mirror world, he made a big blob of Mochi that Luffy punched into. He wasn't using his foresight at that moment, and Luffy then opened his hands up and grabs him.
Yeah.
And then he uses his foresight and says to Luffy, oh yeah, if you do that, I won't be able to harm anyone. And then Luffy says to him in turn, just because you can see it doesn't mean you can stop it from happening. Just because you understand don't mean you can stop what's about to happen next. So he pulls him into the mirror. Remember, he's sticking to him. His hand is already sticking to him. And then he pulls him into the mirror, and then what? He just let him go? No, Katakuri turned off the stickiness. He didn't want to stick to him.
He did it with Relay too, bro. Remember when he grabbed Relay off of Caesar's back?
But in that example, that just like as you said, there was a wall of Mochi in between them. So if he disbands that wall of Mochi, just like he can remove his Mochi when he puts it up, it's not always there. Just like when he reached out to Luffy and he literally grabbed him, and Luffy stretched out and showed the picture. His arm, he turned his arms into white Mochi arms, and then when he wanted to let go of Lucci, his arms went back to normal arms. It was just normal hands. There was no more Mochi on his hands. I know he can turn his Mochi on and off because his Mochi was completely gone. There's no more Mochi. I just don't think he can choose for his Mochi to be sticky, to be not sticky. If it's still Mochi, it's still sticky. He can take away the Mochi. He can take away the Mochi and not stick to you. He can put Mochi there and stick to you. I just don't think the Mochi is ever not sticky.
So you saying he can create something other than Mochi? Is that what you saying?
No. What I'm saying is he can take away the mochi and make it not sticky anymore. Like there's nothing there to stick to. Like if he punched you and he doesn't want his fist on your face anymore, he's just gonna turn his arm back to normal.
Okay, so you think when he grabbed Roulette, that was his normal hand? You don't think that was Mochi?
Bro.
No, that was Mochi. That's why Brule stuck to him. You saw his hand. It was a Mochi arm.
Bro, but this is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. He's made of Mochi. He is a Mochi man. So you feel me? He can literally stick if he wants to stick. But if he doesn't want to stick, he doesn't have to. He can change his consistency at will. He can make himself sticky.
I don't know about that. Yo, I see what you're saying. I see where you're going with that. I'll just wait till the series just shows me that directly. I'm gonna be stiff. I'm being very stiff about this. Like,
Lucid, you see your problem is you can't make inferences. I realize that.
I know.
Like,
I know. I'm very stiff about One Piece.
You don't even use intelligence when you're like, if the story tells me this,
damn,
this is the only thing I see.
You don't even use your head canon. You don't even use your head canon.
No, it's not head canon.
No, I read a story and I go with the story.
According to you, when Katakuri wakes up in the morning, if he walks barefoot, he shouldn't be able to lift his foot off the floor.
No, because literally, if you're listening to me, that is not my argument. So you're the one not using intelligence. You're the one not using intelligence, and that's not reading a manga. You're just not using intelligence in life right now, my love.
Hey, real quick, did we get into the Rainfield chapter or no?
My argument directly was he can use Mochi.
His actual body when he interacts with other things and other people. He's not saying that his body is Mochi when he's touching. That's what Lucy's trying to say.
But his body is Mochi.
Thank you.
We've already seen that.
Like his clothes aren't. All right, you know what, Milo? Let's be more specific then. His shoes aren't Mochi and his clothes aren't Mochi. So if he's wearing shoes, he can touch the ground.
So when he walks barefoot, you're saying he can't walk barefoot ever.
Why is he walking barefoot?
That's what you're saying.
Yo, DGK.
That's why he's always wearing clothes, Milo.
Oh my God! All right.
Oh, he joined back.
To be honest, why do you think he doesn't change? His clothes are stuck to him permanently.
Change it.
That's not true.
The thing is, he can choose whether or not his Mochi is sticky or not, just like Wallow was trying to say.
Right.
All right, but about the chapter,
we've seen other Devil Fruit users.
What's that chapter?
It's not a hard concept to get. Smoker can grab people with smoke. Think about that for a second.
Let's talk about the chapter real quick, though.
Somehow Smoker's actually able to.
Steve-O, shut up.
Steve-O, please. Please.
I'm just trying to get it to Lucid, bro, because
I know.
Apparently he don't understand.
I know. Let's wait till like an hour in.
Dialogue.
Wait, what? How can Smoker grab people with smoke?
Because he alters the consistency of his element, bro, just like Katakuri.
Don't ask me. Caesar can grab people with gas. What the fuck? It's not the same concept because you're trying to tell me that the smoke was not smoke at that moment. He changed the consistency. That's not what happened. He just managed to grab something. It's just an inconsistency. It's not him changing a consistency. It's just an inconsistency on Oda's part. It's still smoke. It's not like he turns the smoke into a cloud or something that could touch. And if you want a better explanation, a smoke cloud should be able to make contact with something because clouds in One Piece can make contact. You can touch a cloud in this series. Not everything in the series is black and white. But no, Smoker cannot ever change the consistency of his smoke to anything else but smoke. Smoke doesn't mean he's going to make the fire just because he's...
He grabs people with smoke. Smoke doesn't do that.
Them hands, though.
Yeah, no, but Steve-O, a cloud in One Piece you can make contact with. You can grab a cloud, you can touch a cloud, you can walk on cloud.
That's Sky Islands, bro. That's not normal clouds.
No different.
You talking about in the White Sea?
You're wrong. It is normal
different types of clouds, bro. And even so, that's smoke.
No, all clouds because Doflamingo.
We can talk
it's a
about
smoke
the
cloud.
The chapter.
Yeah, let's talk
What
about the
are
chapter.
you guys talking about?
Yeah, I have no idea. Let's talk about the chapter right now, man.
What's up, people?
Bro, we're
What's
talking
up?
about the chapter.
No, we can get into the discussion. That's a discussion. Discussion happens after we talk about the chapters. Let's get into
People,
it.
all clouds in One Piece are physical, not just ones
I
on
feel
Sky
you,
Island.
Laz, but
That's why
that's just Lucid
Doflamingo
being
I'm gonna hit
can
you
easily
with a
grab
cloud
onto
right
them.
now, Luffy.
By the way, what's up, people?
See, but if you hit me with a cloud, that would prove my point that clouds are blunt objects in One Piece, right?
Let's do the chapter like last say, bro, and then we come back to this.
Yeah, remember I got ejection powers, so you want to quiet down my Haki? I'm not to activate. Anyways, Steve, what do you thought of that chapter?
Say what I think about it.
Your rating and whatever. What do you thought about it?
I only read it one time, but from my first read through, I thought it was an all right chapter. I didn't like the way they was like getting away from the fight. I assumed this entire chapter would be the fight, but everything it was cool. You know, like little bits of comedy, getting some hype with Pearl Sparrow making the little candy arm, bro. That was cool to me, man. Pearl Sparrow's a dog, bro. And like Big Mom, she's even bigger than what I thought she was, bro. Because Pearl Sparrow like sitting on the corner of her head, and he's like 8 feet tall from what it looks like. Like that's crazy. This broad is huge. Like it's just she's just not normal.
Yeah.
That's a huge bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's your rating?
What's your rating though, Steve-O?
My rating of the chapter, I guess like a 8.5 maybe.
Okay, so almost similar to mine. How about Devil Egg? Or wait, yeah, Devil Egg. What about you?
I thought the chapter was great.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell him, Devil Egg.
For a second, I was about to call bullshit. I thought Big Mom was walking on the water. I was like, oh,
I got the same thing. I got the same thing. I got the same thing.
Everybody thought she was walking on the water. That's what it was.
Hey, yeah, that's why Jinbei had to react with us. He's like, "What the fuck? No way!"
No.
I was like, this gotta be something crazy if even Jim.
Look. It was like on page 7 when it was like you just saw her foot. I was like, she's not walking on the water, is she? Oh my gosh. And then even Jinbei was like, no, I don't care if she's a young or not. That's complete bullshit.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's like if she can walk on water, she can split the seas like Moses. Like
but it was before we saw like actually like the straw ship like that was on it with Jinbei on it. What Devil was talking about. You saw just her walking just the steps on the water. We're like, hell no! Now she's gonna be too OP as fuck and she can walk on water.
But it turns out it was just Pearl Sparrow. But I like that speech Jinbei gave. I don't remember exactly what he said though, so I can't make any points about it. Yeah. And the Luffy versus Katakuri fight was pretty cool. My favorite part of that was when Luffy tried to vanish, but then Katakuri just kicked him out of nowhere.
Yo, the nigga
he brought him back into existence. Like, nah, nigga.
My nigga can see the future, man.
That's the thing, bro. Because then he's like, "Oh, you're gonna use power. You're gonna use this." It's just like, "Yo, man, Katakuri, chill, man." Like, power. But I still feel that, like, I don't know if you guys know this already. The Yonko production kind of talked about it, but apparently, Chapter 880 is supposed to be the cliffhanger ending to Volume 87. So, if we're gonna get some kind of secret like ability or technique from Luffy, expect that to be the cliffhanger.
I think as well because it's just foreshadowing like everything what he's doing right now. Katakuri got an answer on it. Like you can try, but I got an answer on this.
And to me, it's like it has to be speed at this point. It has to be speed. That's got to be Katakuri right now.
I think what it's going to have to do with it is going to be like Rayleigh talked about with Luffy in the time skip. Yo, you have to step up. You have to find something new, and then they talk about, and then they move from it. So I think we're gonna see that thing what they discussed about. We're gonna see probably in the next chapter.
Yeah, well, before I was going to after
my rating is like 9 out of 10. I wasn't excited for this chapter, and I really liked it way more than Steve-O.
Yeah,
I just want to point that out.
Yeah, you know what? I'm surprised actually give it a 9 out of 10, but it's a good chapter definitely. If you're giving a rate like that, shit.
I thought you would hate it because of the pudding part. Yeah.
No, why would I hate that?
I thought it was funny that they put her like into the flying
carpet. Yeah.
Oh no! I changed my opinion. I changed my opinion about the carpet that one chapter. I don't hate the carpet
now or no.
Why did you hate the carpet anyway?
It looks stupid.
Yeah, he hates him. I don't know why.
Yo, what's up,
fuck that carpet.
Oh yeah, wait. The reason I gave it a 9 out of 10, I said a 10 out of 10 is because Katakuri lost the trident. I don't know what the fuck happened. Dude, what the fuck?
He just put it away, bro.
I've been telling y'all he can make it.
No,
I told y'all he can make it.
That was part of Luffy's genius strategy, and that's why Katakuri said I can't do anything because he knows Luffy doesn't take blunt damage, and now he lost his trident.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed when I saw like no trident.
The trident is still on the ship, double leg.
Yeah, listen, if he had the trident, the chapter would have been 10 out of 10.
All right, then we'll make another one.
If he had the trident, he would have killed Luffy.
Goddamn trident.
Yo, Charlie, what about you, bro? What do you thought of the chapter? Your rating?
I thought the chapter was fire. I would rate it like a 8.5, 9. I really like the Jinbei talking to him. Not only that, but like the panel. Like you can see, like on the first page of Brook yelling back at Jinbei, and then on the next panel of all the whole crew crying and shit, you can see like their reaction that they're still heartbroken, but they're listening to what Jinbei said. I was like, that's some dope detail right there. The Katakuri Luffy fight, it was hype to me as fuck because like Luffy's getting his ass handed to him. I'll be the first to admit that. But the biggest thing I note to that is that Luffy's actually doing pretty well if it wasn't for this nigga's prediction ability.
Yeah,
if this nigga could have perceived that shit, like that kick when he was trying to kick Luffy, if he didn't know where that motherfucker was gonna pop up to and kick him there, Luffy would have dodged that shit and got him.
Yeah, it's true.
You're talking about when like he turned around and he knew where Luffy was gonna be.
That's one thing that I don't like when people use because that's his ability.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, that's part of
we was introduced.
To him I'm not holding it like.
I mean, if
I'm not holding it as like a handicap. It's more. No, I agree that's ability of his that he trained and harnessed is what makes him better than Luffy right now. But it's more to show that he as father as we all believe he is. You know?
I'll just lift them.
If this nigga could.
You guys repeat all that, Charlie.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on right there. This was wild. No, but like everything that Katakuri does is like it proves that he's stronger than Luffy, but it's not to take away anything that Luffy himself is doing. He's not as weak as we perceive him.
Oh shit! This first time this shit works.
You know, like he's doing work.
Yeah.
But Charlie, what you say your rating was 8.5 or 9 out of 10?
Yeah, 8.5, 9 out of 10. Like I'll put 8.5 more than likely because like Steve-O did make me remember about that pudding shit. Like it's a small portion, but a small enough portion not to give it a perfect.
Okay. Trent, since you just jumped in right now real quick, what's your thoughts on the chapter? Your rating? Trent.
He didn't die.
I don't know, but
Milo.
No. But, yo,
what's your rating on the chapter, Milo?
Trent, your picture is awful, bro.
My rating on this chapter is a 9. And
9 out of 10?
9.25.
9.25. Now, why the 0.25?
The 0.25 is because I have to give a shout out to Theory.
I'm taking these rubber
that
bands.
he was right about towns being important. They brought
Who's
that
making
town.
so much background noise?
I have no clue.
It's not me.
Does it sound like? Is it just like people talking?
Like someone moving something.
It sounds like somebody rummaging through a toolbox or something.
Yeah, I work in a warehouse. That's me.
Okay.
Hey, who said something about my picture?
Okay.
That was Mirage.
What did he say? Or what they say?
I said it's like, how can I say it? It's distracting me.
Oh. Well, shit. I don't know how to take that, my G.
That's a great response. Go ahead.
All right, so, but no, the chapter was a 9.25. The only thing that would have made it a 10 is if maybe putting Stella off the carpet. Like, no, he makes the trident out of Mochi. It's gonna come
still
back.
could have it, bro.
All right.
That's all he
It's
does.
gonna come back. It's a Mochi trident. He makes all tridents. He could make a shotgun. He could make whatever he wants. I'm only here for Katakuri today, all right? I'm only here for Katakuri.
All right, then. So,
All right.
Ryan, how about you?
wanna just get
you lagging out.
To be honest, that's not really confirmed.
You're good now.
Bro, you cut out. Wait. I asked for Maraz. I asked for Maraz and legit. Bro, listen. Now go ahead. See your rating.
Oh, no, he's gone.
Okay, Maraz, tell him please your rating.
I got a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay.
8.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because it's just like we already knew that what Katakuri would do is like copy all of Luffy's attack, and it's like similar things are going on. And the only thing that what I most like was just to see like Sparrow still being alive and doing his thing and stuff like that. I'm just curious about what the thing's going to be like in the next chapter, how Luffy will like surprise Katakuri in some way that he can do something against him right now.
Is it just me or does he sound like an android?
No, I think he's good.
Hey, he sounds good to me.
Oh shit.
Okay, because I think he has to do something, and I think what I already said like earlier in the stream, the thing that he was talking with Rayleigh about, I think that will come in play for sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like the thing that he was talking to Rayleigh about was the King Kong gun, right?
Yeah. Let's get the ratings out first, and then we can go through the discussion. But Wallow, what is your rating?
Nah, even though it was a good chapter, bro, you feel me? Honestly, I gave that bit a 6, boy.
What?
Damn.
Wallow. I'm gonna let you read. Flip
it. So why exactly a 6 out of 10?
You feel me? Although I like the whole Jinbei moment, right? You feel me? That was trill on Jinbei part, but it did something that I thought, but I didn't want to confirm. It confirmed to me that the Straw Hats are not strong enough yet, and if anyone thinks otherwise, after them saying it themselves, that should tell you something.
Well,
and the only person who's trying to make gains is Luffy right now.
You can't expect them to do everything.
You get what I'm saying?
Would anyone here be happy though if they were as strong as like the commanders, like the first commanders, like already? This early?
Not really.
Yeah, no, fuck no.
I mean, matchups are gonna play a part, unfortunately.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it. Like, I don't really care.
As long as it makes sense. If
I like to see the characters grow more.
I know it's not a popular opinion.
No, but see, I ain't even finished my point.
I want to. Yeah,
sorry, Wallow, go ahead.
Yeah, you feel me? Like with that whole aspect, bro. You feel me? It's not the sense in that it's just that alone. It's the fact that, bro, this was the same reason why they went on a 2-year training time skip in the first place. You feel me? They didn't want to suffer no casualties. They didn't want to lose their crew or no friends. But
they didn't.
I mean, Pedro. But I think
and plus, the whole point of Jinbei's speech was like to realize, like, it's not just like they didn't. I'm sorry, hold on. It's like it's not that they just didn't like they just got washed or anything, because they like did heavy casualties to Big Mom's side too. He was like, from like their perspective, they just made like a serious blunder. So it's not like they got washed or anything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Wallow, if that wasn't the your point.
That's another part of my point. But they're sitting here crying, bro. They're crying. Do you see anyone over there crying, bro?
Yeah, Pearl Sparrow. This chapter was like, man, every time I'm gonna try to drink tea, I'm gonna have to remember my arm is gone.
Yeah, like imagine he went into a gang fight with someone, right?
You don't think Moscato and Opera are crying? There are people crying about that.
They did, bro.
Big Mom being a bit of an asshole with that. Because I mean, we see that losing an arm is nothing to him. He make another one like nothing.
The man still smiling and got the little evil face on, talking about, oh, I wonder what I could do to them now, like thinking of a way to torture them.
That's because he's stupid, man.
Bro, my point is their side is not phased in the least, bro. You feel about losing people.
Yeah, that was the point of Jinbei's speech. He was like, yo, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of different.
It was just Pedro.
Like, I don't think Kid would really care about it.
All right, but that's what I'm saying. Do y'all understand what I'm saying when I say that I didn't like that specific part for a couple of reasons.
Hey, all right, which part, bro? My bad, I cut out.
the Straw Hats, the thing is with them, man, it's like you can't expect them to be like this ruthless crew. So like for them to be crying and stuff about like the whole situation on their side, of course
that's their character.
Because like if you look at it from the villains, of course the villains are not supposed to like show any sympathy or whatever. Even though I still feel to an extent some of them do in regards to what happened to like Opera and all of them. But like Pedro, even though he was there for a little bit, like that's still one of your people. Like Charles Carrot, the person who trained me, wanted to get better and stuff, died.
I could
His life was in vain. I'm crying, bro.
I could understand, bro. I could understand that. Carrot, I could understand because she grew up with this man, bro.
Yeah, that's the only one. Them niggas only been with him for a couple days.
I mean, Brooke though, man. Brooke was like his old brother, so that man.
Yeah, Brooke was like Metal Gear Solid.
Brooke and Chopper was torn up about
Metal Gear
Pedro, bro.
Solid thing. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, Brooke and Chopper are bitches, so whatever.
But that's my. But that's my point, bro.
Hey, you can't talk about Brooke like that. Brooke is MVP of this arc.
You talk about
but that's not the only. I didn't like the whole bring up with the pudding flying and then they talking about she hiding in the goddamn carpet, bro. That shit lame as hell to me, bro. I ain't even want to see nothing about that hoe.
Yeah.
You feel me? Hey, I don't know if you're PG-13 on this channel, man.
Just say whatever you want as long as
that dude about lamer than a bitch, bro. You feel me? So just get that out the way. I ain't like that either.
About her emotions, man.
As long as I don't get.
Then you got Pound doing what Opera should have did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Pound doing what Opera.
You got Pound doing what Opera should have did.
Yeah. I really want to talk about Pound out.
So it turns out when he ran away from like the Ray's army, he was running all the way.
Yeah.
he got
trying to get out of there.
Really quick though, Trent. So what is your thoughts on the chapter you're reading?
8 out of 10, man. I don't like the pudding shit. But like I said, I know in Dustin's stream, I feel like that shit's gonna get drawn out. But other than that, man, I like the Luffy versus Katakuri shit. I'm excited to see what Luffy is gonna learn. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a special paramecium as well. So
yeah,
you think
Trent? Thank you.
I hate that
because
term,
you know when I seen,
but I know what it is.
From the time I seen Katakuri. I was saying that. I was like, bro, it opened up the door for Luffy to be a special paramecia as well.
Yeah, that's exactly
the term special paramecia is stupid because all paramecias are different and none of them should be like labeled as special.
No, but all right, think about it like this. In the series, how much of them have we seen that their body is actually the substance of whatever it is?
Yeah. See, if you punch Smoker, you still gonna get a fistful of face, but you punch Katakuri, that shit ain't coming back. Your hand getting stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's Mr. 1, there's Baby 5, there's Luffy, there's Katakuri, obviously. Let me think.
Man, Baby 5 is just weapons, bro. That shit ain't.
Yeah, she turns into that shit. She turns into it. It makes her body weapons.
Yeah.
Bro,
if you count on her, then you might as well
she's not. It's not like she's
too.
Bro, it's.
But she's not like a weapon.
You got Mr. 1. You got Mr. 1, who's a blade man, who's basically steel. You got him. You got Luffy, who's rubber. You got you got Katakuri, who's Mochi. Name someone else, please.
All right.
I think Baby 5 counts because she's a superior version of Mr. 1 Fruit.
Hey, let's do it after. That way we can get into the discussion parts of it because. So me and Chris have to tell us like our rating and on the chapter.
Yeah,
Chris,
Chris, I'd give it like a 9.5. Like as one of the better chapters we've got in a long time to me.
Okay.
I was really excited to see like a bunch of the changes, and like I feel like we got a little bit like tidbits here and there.
Okay.
Hey guys, let me catch you next stream. I gotta bounce.
All right, peace.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Peace, dog.
Yeah, thanks for letting me come through for the hot second.
No problem. You're always welcome.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. All right, for sure. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just like the front cover was pretty cool, and then like the small things that we saw between the characters and shit like that. And I don't feel like anything really got dragged out that much this chapter, which was nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I guess like I'm in the same. I'm in the same boat. I think I was before like an 8.5, but honestly it's like a 9 out of 10. Like the only thing that stops it for me, I did feel this chapter was very short. Now whether if I read the chapter too fast or not, I kind of felt like it felt a little bit short.
No, I'm agreeing with you, Les. It is short. It was shorter than I expected.
Yeah, because usually like with the double spreads and stuff, we expect it to be like a longer chapter, but like it didn't really feel that way. And honestly, like I like the pudding bits because I know Chris disagreed with me to the extent with the whole like Shinobu Sensui reference that I've always said with her. Like she has like multiple personalities, like Shinobu Sensui. So like when I connect with that, it's easy for me to kind of like just like whatever accept it for what it is and stuff because I can relate to another character who has something like that. The Luffy Katakuri bits were great. Like I knew it wasn't going to be easy for Luffy, but knowing now that we're going to get this cliffhanger soon for like the end of the volume, we're going to be expecting something crazy from Oda. And like now it's like we're going to be on this like fire streak of chapters. Like I think the last time we felt a potential wave like this was going back to when Usopp got his Haki up until the end of like Lost Flashback. And I feel like that's going to be the similar streak we're going to get of like amazing chapters going forward. The stuff with Don Sai, like whatever, like his Okama wife just beating his ass. Like, I mean, that was fortunate what it was. But the highlight of the chapter, if it wasn't Big Mom walking on the water like Jesus, is when Pound showed up.
Yeah, dude, that part was getting me worried because like,
like that was like out of left field. I'm like, bro, where did you been?
That was the highlight of the chapter.
To me,
man, we haven't seen Pound in a long
he
time,
just
bro.
he showed up.
It would have been the highlight of the chapter if he would have did something. He didn't even do anything.
It makes sense. Like he's gonna meet up with them at Cacao Island.
Bro, Katakuri pulled Luffy out of the Speed Force, and that was the best part of the chapter. Come on.
No, but that's
for real because if you look at it, he has a play. You know what I'm saying? Like he has a play still into because like for him, he's gonna show up at Cacao Island, right? Where they're gonna try and stop the cake, and he's gonna talk to Big Mom and try to like quell her rage while she's eating the cake.
Yo, that was the other reason why I didn't like that's why I got a 6 because to me I didn't like how they compressed the whole Luffy. That shit was too compressed, bro. That shit happened 1, 2, 3 split second bomb end of the chapter. I didn't like it. That whole Puddin and Sanji and Pound, they could have cut that out and added them pages.
That was only like 2 pages though. It wouldn't have been much.
It couldn't have been much. Those 2 pages would have made a difference.
I don't know.
They could have used that for the fight.
But yeah, but I feel like when we get the fight, it's gonna be a full chapter of the fight. When we know it's gonna be a full chapter, it'll be at 10.
Oh yeah, I think it'll be like when the bear fights. Hopefully, it's not off screen or any bullshit.
And that's my thing too. It's like we're now in the mindset we've always expect. Oh, it's gotta be 10 chapter fights and stuff. And it's just
I don't know about that.
That's because that's even me. Like it's crazy. Like like 5 chapters if it's paced properly. Like and plus we have an anime that's gonna do it justice at the very least. So like. It's not like we're gonna have to like complain about it in the manga, right?
That's the only thing I don't like. Is like we have to almost wait for the anime like 2 years to actually like see what we should be seeing in the manga.
At this pace, yeah, I know, I agree. I mean, like even the Cracker, like right now in the anime, like it's been good, been really good for the fight because it doesn't make Luffy look as bad as compared to like how the manga treated him.
Yeah.
You think he looked better in the manga?
Well, not better. Is that Luffy looked like he struggled a lot compared to like the anime, where like he really went through the steps and stuff, of like how he was able to get through a lot.
No, he was 1v1 Cracker, bro. That's what I don't like.
Oh, and for those of you who watch the anime, because I know Fifth Son said he's going to be an anime only apparently now.
Oh shit!
If you watch the anime, sir, and I hope you're watching this, you refer to somehow it was a 2v1, and Nami is over Brook for MVP of this arc. Continue.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. It's so dumb to me when the anime does that.
Nobody is gonna just what he just said. Then Nami overbooked for MVP.
Listen, I honestly
nobody is gonna address the BS.
I think that's appropriate.
What else is
nobody.
Listen, all the stuff Brooks.
Why would I address it? That's his opinion.
Appropriate,
Exactly.
bro. I mean, Brook got the poneglyphs and everything, but
yeah, but he
Brook for MVP.
Nami had a Yonko level attack. Where's Brook got that?
Okay. Nami stopped.
Jinbei for MVP for his speech alone.
For who?
Man,
for his speeches.
Jinbei called Big Mom a mere Yonko and didn't do nothing.
Yeah, right.
Hey, he's a bitch.
Hey, but listen,
like when niggas was finna die, he was like, "Damn, maybe they need me." Like,
nah, bro, but G shit, bro. Like just off of what Jinbei was saying, this whole arc, bro. Like the words that he was, like, bro, the man was saying the real shit that they need to hear, bro. You feel me? And that alone can put him up there for MVP level G shit. Because they need to be put in their place. Like, they need to understand, like, bro, you can't be in this new world talking about you trying to take on people. You know the gravity of the situation before y'all came here, bro. And don't come in here with that crying shit, nah. You feel me? That's basically what he said.
I guess that makes sense.
You feel me? So that's why I'm like, bro, the man MVP level for everything he was saying. Even when he told her, And the man put the sake cup in front of her. He was like, "Hey, here, hold that."
Yeah, like outside of Zoro, like I don't think anyone in the crew actually like lets them know what's really going on. Because like I do agree with the whole like you're playing pirate game thing from Kaido for a lot of the crew members. Like it almost seems that way. It's like they don't get how like crazy in depth they are with like danger. Holy shit.
You know what that was? That was Cracker on his way.
Yeah. That's Grim on a sidecar.
Exactly.
Grim's like, who's the cracker? Or Katakuri stronger than Cracker? I'm coming for you. What do you guys think of that? Now that we like just said that as like the whole Katakuri, I guess you could say is confirmed stronger than Cracker.
Well, they said it.
I wouldn't say that it's confirmation, but
yeah, no, that's confirmation.
I'm always one of the people who say that when fodder says something, it really doesn't hold much weight. So I gotta be consistent with that.
Nah, man.
I gotta be consistent. That's the way I've always been.
Why would Oda have to say that if that wasn't true? Just to say it.
Like I know, like bounty shouldn't equal power, but at the same time, like wouldn't it feel so random if like the guy who's worth $1 billion is the third strongest in the crew?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that would be so stupid. Like if Smoothie was the strongest in the crew, and like he's done shit. Like that would be so whack, man. Like
I believe that Cracker is the strong. I mean, Katakuri is the strongest.
I was about to kick him out of here.
Coming from the fodder, it's just I've always said when something comes from fodder, I can't take it as 100% credible.
Listen, if this was like some marine fodder, like it feels like marine fodder, I can agree with you. But this is like the big mom fodder; they would know.
Yeah, because
I agree that makes sense. But like I said, I've always said if it comes from fodder, I don't take it as 100% credibility.
Nah, but not even just that, bro. Oda is basically letting us know this. You feel me? Like we talked about this earlier in Dustin's stream, bro. You feel me? He been doing like, you feel me? Someone brought it up. I forget who, but he been doing bounty drops. He had Perospero specifically say to Pedro, "I'm a man worth 700 million berry. You think you ready for me, nigga?" And then he had them boys specifically say, "He's a man worth 1 billion berry."
It's crazy, bro.
That's for a reason.
People keep saying bounty don't matter towards the person's strength.
It does.
But it's gotta have some sort of.
It has some play into it.
It's been stated like how many times in the previous chapters? There's like 3 chapters in a row with somebody's bounty.
I felt the only time it doesn't like.
That about 2 different times.
The only time it doesn't matter is when it's like a joke or something, like Chopper's bounty or
like Robin.
You want to know what it is? We think bounty don't matter because of all the BS that Luffy does. When Luffy goes in and he beats these high bounty characters, that's why we think so. Crocodile.
I mean, he always does.
Crocodile's bounty was only 80 mil.
Yeah.
Okay. What was Luffy's bounty at the time?
Bro.
Luffy's bounty at the time was 30 mil.
Exactly.
Who else?
That's Frozen. I mean, everyone they ever beat.
Moria.
He was only 350. 50 mil probably isn't that much of a good difference.
Only 3. What was Luffy at the time?
300 mil.
300.
It's only a 50 mil difference.
I mean, that's still a decent chunk of difference, like early on in the series.
Yeah.
Like 50, wasn't it like 100 mil gets you into like level 5 or something like that?
Or, you guys think Katakuri would think Luffy had 6 arms?
Yeah, I think he would say he got 6 arms.
Because he had that multiple arms. Like, oh wait, that's not what you're doing, but this is probably better.
I better not hear no more 6 arms. But then again, when I saw the
it's canon.
Like
Katakuri had like 100 arms.
Yeah, you know what reminded me? I don't know if you guys ever played Astro's Wrath.
Yeah.
When we had all the arms, I'm thinking of chapter 13 in the game where like all the ships are coming down and stuff. This guy's just like going off and stuff on it. I'm just like, yo, like that's some hype shit.
Luffy gonna do a 6-arm King Kong gun.
Yo, if he do King Kong organ,
wait,
yes.
That'd be hype, bro.
That'll be hype.
Where does Zeus if he's speed range gear 4? I mean, if he doesn't gear 4 speed.
I think Prometheus is like.
You didn't see him. You didn't see them this chapter.
I saw them, but like, why did they not follow? Like, did they get lost?
Well, the thing is, when she crashed to the ground, I mean, the explosion could have like separated them or whatever, right? So
it's really always good to speculate.
And what I didn't get was like why Prometheus is so weak, because like he was like the only like Zeus was like normal, and then like Prometheus looked like super weak. So like I guess like he's
All his power was done in that attack he did.
Probably.
Finished.
That's to regenerate, maybe.
He got hurt by Jinbei.
I mean, we've seen him since then, haven't we?
Yeah, but then Jinbei hurt him.
Talking about Prometheus.
Prometheus, bro. Yeah, bro.
I could have sworn he was all right up
there. He needs to eat fire.
What do you guys
like Natsu.
Wait, what coast was the ship on? Wasn't it like the southwestern or something?
It's in the west coast, I think. Let me see.
What do you guys think of what's his name? The hat Napoleon said.
Did he say something important?
He said
he said something like criminals don't last long in our land.
Yeah, they don't have a future in my country. But he said, I mean, I don't know what the translation is. Since we will have to wait until Monday or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, he said, in my country, the only reason I'm like obviously he's probably talking about Thailand, but saying like, what if that's him, like his actual soul talking about like where he's originally from.
His soul is like Big Mom, right?
I mean, it could be, yeah.
I mean, do you think that's like Big Mom's soul into that head? Or
the spirit talking?
Yeah, she said it. She said it was. She already said it.
Alright, so you're probably right. I was thinking he's talking about like something from the past, like from his actual land.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like the spirit inside, like the previous whole.
It seems so weird to me, almost. So like, I always felt like the souls would like reflect the person, like in terms of like that would be a more feminine person versus a male.
No,
I think we might see that.
Oh yeah, I don't want to hear any more arguments that Big Mom's not in her right mind. Pearl Sparrow is piggyback riding on her.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
bro,
I've been
saying
that forever, bro. But
nah, bro. What Steve-O was saying when he said, bro, like that dude, like she's massive, but like he looked like an ant.
Yeah, bro. That nigga Pearl Sparrow. I think Pearl Sparrow like 8 feet tall too, bro.
Nah, he looks more like a cell phone.
That's ridiculous.
What do you guys think about the candy being like in the seawater?
I was gonna say something about that, bro. I think he's the only Big Mom pirate that we've seen interact with water that hasn't been nerfed by it.
No, that's not true.
I think it's stupid.
No,
I think it's because we know that a devil fruit should not be taken by water.
Nah, Mondor had his books out in the rain. They weren't getting soggy or anything.
So that's
well, yeah, that's true because Cracker got nerfed by rain.
Troll,
so yeah,
bro.
You're right.
I'm not trolling.
No, he has right about that. Because Cracker got nerfed by rain.
Bro, I hate double leg, bro. Because where does he be pulling this shit, bro?
He right.
Had his books in the rain.
Remember, bro, the Mizu army that was coming down when they raised armies.
Bro, that's not that wasn't rain though. That was syrup, dog.
Whatever.
Okay, but no.
Put it like that. The water around whole cake is juice, ain't it?
No, but Steve-O, rain. I can understand it, but it is sea water. It's a whole different league than rain.
Well, I mean, the seas around Thailand is made out of juice, though, right?
Everywhere.
I think it's different for certain ones, but I could be.
I think it is.
Maybe that was only because they was passing by Juice Island. Maybe that's probably what it was.
I only mention it because we always talk about like certain things like Cajun
no, because the sea
someone else's stuff on it. What?
The sea froze at night, so and they were like in the middle of nowhere.
That was like the candy. Wasn't it the candy syrup with the ants you're talking about?
Yeah.
That's like syrup though. So I mean,
maybe the entire sea of Thailand is.
I always kind of think that's like.
I mean, I think it would have to make sense because let's say in a situation like this is not the first time Big Mom's probably done this before with Pearl Sparrow. So like.
Yeah.
You know, so she's probably that's why she made it accustomed to herself. Like she can do this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a named attack. He called it sea slugs. I mean, I'm sure it's.
Hold on. He waited till they caught to the straws to name his attack. That's kind of lame.
Wait,
what?
He would have had to be doing it since they got off the coast and they're like a kilometer away.
Bro, and another thing, he specifically stated that's Zeus's purpose.
Yeah,
carrying her across the sea.
Yeah, like where is Zeus? This is his job.
He said the candy sea slug after it's like formed into an actual slug, but like it was in preparation on the way. So
another thing is like, is the slug on the seafloor or is it floating in the water?
See, I think it's floating. I think the waves itself are being pushed, like they're pushing the actual sea slug.
I ain't hear nobody talk about this, bro. But I think like Conqueror's Haki specifically affects weather, bro. Real talk, because like the sea they're riding on is so rough and rowdy. Yeah. And then if you look at the coast where Prometheus and Zeus was, that shit is sunny and bright and chilling.
Yeah,
right. They're like, damn, where everybody went?
For the weather,
you might be right about that. You know, but at the same time, they a kilometer away. So it could just be a different, different weather pattern going on over there.
Nah, yeah, but then we see like them at Chocolate Island, which I guess is a day away, and it was still sunny.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that one, like, bro, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it probably do got something to do with the Conqueror's Haki.
It would be crazy to see if Big Mom and Luffy kind of have like a Whitebeard and Shanks moment. Let's say they clash again and the sky split.
That'd be pretty sick.
That would be awesome.
You mean Luffy splits?
Well, it could play part, yeah. Could happen. But Luffy's gonna win that fight, though. I don't know. For the sake of the plot.
So now, I don't know if there is anyone, but anyone that thought that Luffy could beat either Katakuri or Big Mom before. Have you changed your minds at all after this chapter of the fight?
I still see he'll find a way for Katakuri. As it turns to Big Mom, I don't see it now.
Ain't no way he beating Big Mom.
I don't think it's gonna be a defeat that like in Katakuri, but I think it's gonna be something that is like matching up to each other, and they're like, okay, it's done, and then something happens.
I got a different way to pose the question, but like, does anybody see Luffy gaining any sort of type of upper hand in Gear Force? Because I honestly see him still getting washed.
Gear Force.
I'll say this: if you thought Luffy was going to beat Katakuri before, I don't see why this changed your mind, honestly.
Well, because again, the fight's not over, right? So
yeah,
there's so much to see.
Yeah, the fight just started.
But he kind of mentioned.
I was going to mention this too, but not to mention because I was rereading this right here. And I saw that, like, again, like, Luffy had, like, a 6-month period without Rayleigh, right? So, like, there's a good chance that, like, whatever in that time that he didn't train with Rayleigh, he was refining some tools or some moves that he already learned in the Gear 4 state. So, I mean, we haven't seen everything from Luffy thus far. So, like, he could have something. I think the reason he took Katakuri into the mirror world because he knows something that he learned could potentially be of use. Otherwise, he would not put him in that situation.
Exactly. That's why I said it about Rayleigh. Like, he got something from Rayleigh that he learned,
the 6 months,
and he's gonna use it right now.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all boys who be in the VC is a testament to when I specifically said he always has ideas in his head. It's just a matter of seeing somebody do something that he's gonna emulate and add to his idea.
Exactly what he's doing. It's the same thing. Well, it's the same thing with the 6-arm thing that I said. Like, he saw Cracker doing those 6 arms, so when he was tapping, like, and he gained the 6 arms, he was like, oh, what? I can do it as well. And that's why he came with the 6-arm thing.
It's not with the 6 arms stuff.
This is my only thing is I'd rather see, like, I don't like when people say, like, he should have to learn something mid-fight or something like that, because I feel like he should have enough in his arsenal, and he should have to go through his arsenal that he learned over the time skip before he learns new things, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
he should.
It doesn't make sense to me that, yeah. Like, I'm sure he has, like, I think that he's, like, what's going to happen is I think Capone is going to come and Tank Man's going to come out, and they're going to, like, do double tank or something like that. I don't know. Because, like, Capone should be, like, doing something in this chapter, I'd assume, if his wife is out there, like, fighting, basically.
I mean, unless he's on his way to Cacao Island right now as we're speaking.
Yeah. He could meet up with Pound or something. I don't know.
I mean, but then again, like, I feel like if we're going to see Capone in any shape, like, any type of fight, it might be with Big Mom, only in the sense of trying to escape.
Yeah. Do you think Pound's going to be, like, a top-tier chef? Because I kind of feel like he might be.
I feel like he might have to be a chef, and I think
listen, if Pound can replace Sanji and making the cake, I'll be okay with that.
Like I made Pound cakes. I mean, and
maybe
like
he knows some ingredients possibly that can kind of help out the cake, so it goes in the way for them to kind of trick Big Mom or whatever, right?
Also, I fully expect the Sanji and putting moment where like Sanji gives her like, oh my god, you're the best chocolatier there is. You're better than Lola. Power up, and then she makes a better cake.
Yeah,
I fully expect that to be a thing.
But you never saw Lola make chocolate.
Lola, because I think Dustin was talking about it today. But you guys feel that because we're getting so much knowledge about Lola, she's just gonna show up in this arc, or like?
I think she'll be in Wano. I don't think she could show up in this arc, but I'd rather see her in Wano maybe, just because like swordsman and like the whole like it would link them together in arc wise.
Yeah.
I don't need to see Lola ever again.
It'll be weird because it seems like she was done with the New World or done with the pirate life entirely.
Could.
You know what I like? The only part I liked about that scene was when they was talking about Lola was that we found out that she was already a minister when they met her. Yeah. So that means probably she was stronger than them at that point.
I mean, like he kept her shadow around. He kept her shadow around. So
but that's what I was about to say. Her shadow wasn't even her at her full power. So we never got to see her like really fight.
That was like one of the better of the shadow like generals, zombie generals, I would say.
Which one?
Lola's Or whatever it was that one.
That one was awesome.
Yeah, I feel like it's decently strong.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure fucking what's his name? Like Kaido being linked to Lola will probably link him to Kaido after. It's just my 2 cents.
Okay.
Kaido?
Yeah. Like I think like the whole like fact that like a lot of the characters from Thriller Bark will probably be shown at Wano. It's what I'm assuming because remember Kaido or Moria went out with Absalom or not Absalom, god damn it. Hawkback and I think that or whatever, right? Yeah, and then they went to go find the rest of like they said something about like we're gonna go get the rest of like our crew and shit basically.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm guessing is that like I don't know I don't want more characters in the story right where we're at now in terms of whole cake because I want that arc to kind of like eventually get to a close here.
Yeah,
it would open up a whole new like can of like here's 20 more chapters to, like explain.
Yeah,
it's getting to a point where it feel like the arc could last like 20 chapters, bro.
Yeah.
No, this only has like 7 more chapters left.
You think 7?
I don't know.
7
yeah,
is
like,
crazy,
I remember when you guys were saying there's like only 5 chapters left. I was saying there's 20 chapters, and that was like 15 chapters ago. So I feel like I'm right, and you guys were like just don't know when it's gonna end.
Especially when you consider that we still got to get the outro and everything. Like you know how you get the little post arc thing that they have, like with Dressrosa and
like a party and shit like
Punk
that.
has it. Yeah.
What are they gonna party about, bro?
Fucking make it a cake.
It don't even have to be a party. It's just it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something that they're gonna do after everything is settled.
Yeah, all of it's gonna be settled in 7 chapters.
Shout out to that boy Dustin because all day he's been asking the community. So does Katakuri have his own version of Gear 4?
Probably not.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had something like that, or if he copied it, like but we'll see.
Listen, I don't even think this is Katakuri's fighting style. I think he used the trident and like jelly beans and shit.
I think he's just fucking with Luffy.
Yeah, I think he's trolling Luffy right now.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Cut that jelly bean shit out, bro. That's a fodder killer.
I don't even think he fights like this.
Yeah, it's still what he does though.
I just think he's just fucking with Luffy, and like this isn't really him.
He could probably use like a jelly bean that spins.
I'm still waiting to see what Nitro is gonna do because I'm still seeing him coming back every time, and he's doing nothing.
Yeah, every time I think of Nitro, I always think of like the Capone's homie.
Nitro the jelly.
Yeah,
Nitro is the pudding.
I don't know why
with the
people
trident
care
is the
so much
Katakuri.
about Nitro, bro. Yo,
I mean, he's supposed to.
Bro, I know y'all used to watch Powerpuff Girls.
No, but he's there for a reason, bro. He's there for a reason.
No, that's like saying Katakuri trident.
He do look like the Amiibo boys.
Every time I think of Nitro, I always think of like.
Bro, that was saying fuck him, bro. I don't. Yo, everybody be talking about Nitro the jelly. Yo, fuck that guy, bro. I don't give a damn about that. Like, bro, that dude is so unimportant, bro. Like, to me, he has no relevance whatsoever to me.
I feel like he got to come into play at some point, bro. He looks just like Capone.
Yo, when he do, I think he finna go side with Capone and be the Amoeba boys now, bro. You feel me?
What was I gonna say? Do you guys think there's a chance Capone will like attempt to fuck up anything with the Straw Hats? I kind of don't think so, because Chiffon, but like,
I mean, I don't see why he would do that.
Like, the only reason is because like, it would, like, outside of them, like, how do I put it? Like, if they just left Big Mom as she is, and she has like only some sort of reasoning, like to an extent, like,
she's completely reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, like, it'd be better in their it'd be a better opportunity to leave her how she is, because then she'd go at least kill Perospero, if not more people on her own crew, probably. So maybe like a win-win. They can escape, that is.
Yeah, that's why I don't see Capone doing anything to stop the Strides or anything.
Let me ask you this, bro. Do y'all think Sanji beats Perospero in a fight?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I think Carrot's gonna be the one to do it, but not now. I think in the future. They had like they had that little like look at each other like, I'm gonna come for you down the line kind of thing.
I think Sanji has like a high diff fight with Perospero and wins.
I'd rather see like Brook versus.
I don't see Sanji watching Pedro though.
Yeah, I would put those guys tied, because I think Pedro's super OP.
The only advantage Sanji has against Perospero is the fact that this man's hand was melting because of a hot teacup.
And wasn't that just him like saying that he likes the warm feeling of it versus like actually melting him?
No, because like we saw like heat melts his shit pretty easily. Like it was like a sunny day. And it was like melting his escalator after like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that's true. Okay. Because I remember people on the Discord last. I think it was Lucid was talking about it with Grim and some other people whether or not like Sanji would have a better opportunity versus other characters, like because his flames, which I think he would, but. Like,
yeah, it gives him an advantage. So
we just had an argument in Discord. Wasn't Lucid in here?
Yeah, I don't know. If he's working, so I mean, probably had to go back.
Oh no! We're not gonna start that one again. No.
No. The thing is, I'm just mad he can't defend himself on this, even though there's nothing to defend. Even though it's nothing to defend because he was wrong, bro. He was trying to say that Prometheus can beat fucking Aokiji.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, what? Oh, Wallow, why did you say it now? No, not again.
Yeah, we won't talk about it. I mean, we're all on the same page.
Look at Steve.
Oh, wait. I was hoping that it would be something sensible, bro.
I mean, that's not too crazy, but I don't think
that's not too crazy. Prometheus beating Aokiji?
No, that's not. He's fire, and it's like you melt the ice.
Who said what?
Yo,
Lucid said that Prometheus can beat
frozen
Aokiji.
Water.
What the bro? Come on, Lucid. What the fuck you saying right
now? Like
I
don't know.
I could see it. Like I see how big like Prometheus can get and shit, right?
No,
but I don't think
Aokiji can create an unlimited amount of ice,
I don't want to start. Even. I don't even want to start
it.
this again. No.
And he can cool down the fire,
bro. All right. Let me shut.
But I don't think
Troll Leg up real quick.
I don't think it's crazy.
Troll Leg. Troll Leg. Shut up and let me say this, Troll Leg. Shut up and let me say this.
Because you can't even hurt.
Like, Troll Leg. Do you understand? All Jinbei did was shoot him with a couple water bullets, and he said he has to go eat more fire because his power is low. Right.
All right.
And do you know Aokiji has an unlimited supply of ice? He is consistent ice, constant. Do you see what Post Hazard is?
Yeah,
ice is water. Ice is water.
Yeah, if you melt it.
Because if
but he can't control it.
Listen, if water. Listen to what I'm about to say to you. If water is what affected him and made him lose power, he has to eat more fire. Then Aokiji can create hail, which is ice, giant ice balls. Pause on that.
Yeah,
giant ice balls, and if he does melt those while they're coming down, it turns into water. You know that, right?
Yeah, I can agree with you. But I don't think it's too crazy. You guys act like it was like out of the realm of possibility.
We seen him make a blizzard. If you make a blizzard with hail, ice coming at you, you're not gonna be able to melt it all. So there's no way Prometheus wins this.
That shouldn't even be an argument, bro.
And I feel like
shouldn't even be an argument.
From what we've seen in every character, like their type of like devil fruit is better than the normal like substance on that planet. Like, this ice would be, in my opinion, like a special type of ice. That's stupid as that sound.
Of course.
The funny thing to me was he was trying to say because the situation with Aokiji and Ace. I was like, bro, that's because Ace is constant fire. He's a fireman. He can shoot fire projectiles. We haven't seen Prometheus do that. Prometheus has to be grabbed. Prometheus has to be grabbed and thrown
he spit fire one
at
time.
someone.
Yeah, but it was empty now. It's empty now. He said, "Yo, I have to eat some fire because I need some energy."
He runs out of power, bro. Aokiji does not.
I get what he's saying, like, and I get what he's trying to like make sense of, but like, no, like if it was a low tier character that had a nice fruit, yeah, maybe. Like,
that's ridiculous. One of Big Mom's abilities can beat an admiral. You know how ridiculous that is?
Yeah, that's not ridiculous at all. She's a Yonko.
And she's an admiral. What,
bro? Prometheus can't.
Come on.
Bro, Prometheus can't even beat Monette, bro. That ain't happening, bro.
I don't know about that.
I think there's more of an argument. Nah, bro.
There's
more of an argument.
Monet's all right, but I mean, like, I don't see her matching up with Prometheus.
I don't know. Sounds a little crazy,
bro.
But...
Y'all, I guess y'all never seen a snow blizzard and a nigga try to light a fire, bro.
I live in Toronto.
You know how fucking hard it,
Did you not see that fucking spirit bomb sized Prometheus? The other chapter, come on, bro. He's not surviving that.
Bro.
And a heat ball was making Monet in pain. Come on.
Yeah, and right now Prometheus he's like one of those
heat ball from Nami.
Used.
From Nami?
I'm good, Granny.
Oh.
Say what?
Anyways, but yeah, no, I don't know. That sounds crazy to me, but I know what he's trying to say, at least.
Yeah, but I still think it's crazy.
Aokiji, that's ridiculous. That should never even be.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that even comes into someone's mind. That's far out.
You know,
possibility.
his name is Lucid. Like
his name is Lucid.
Nah. If you look at if you know what Lucid. That nigga be on LSD.
I feel like ever since.
Just want to say real quickly before you cutting off, Chris. Yeah. But we have a disclaimer. Like, it's not anything that's said by our guests does not reflect Outer Haven whatsoever. Continue.
But yeah, no, I just feel like ever since
be on LSD. I see all that.
Hey man. My name is #YouTube 6man 100 Beast Wallow, and I approve this message.
Just not on our network.
Ever since we ever got the Nell and like Luffy thing and like Cracker and everything, I feel like everyone thinks that like a fodder with like a counter fruit to someone that's like even top tier, like the top tier just becomes useless for some reason.
Yeah,
like, they don't know how to use. It's like the whole Mihawk thing. It's like, oh well, if Mihawk loses his sword, like he dies because that's his only thing he uses.
Cold water.
Well, I mean, ain't you one of the people that always say that though?
I never, dude. No, that's
unless you be trolling when you say it, because I could have sworn you said since he can't cut Bucky, he loses.
That's to Grim because Grim said that if Miyako were to fight anyone that's of his tier or lower, and he lost his main sword and had just like his knife or anything random, that he would then lose.
Hey, speaking real quick though on Grim, I need to ask you guys, what happened yesterday with Grim? Apparently he had the chapter early.
Yeah, I mean he got the leak, man. That's Grim's special sources.
He's a fruitcake for that shit.
That nigga Grim.
He wrote in his phone on his memo pad like shit that he wanted to fake, like, and he was looking at his phone and reading it all.
Like it sounded like he was actually reading chapter 2, bro. Like,
yeah, that's what I said. I told him, you wrote that in the memo pad, bro. Don't try to tell me that was all off your dome. He's like, nah, that was off the dome. I was like, bro, I told him, bro, you a true
Man
reptile.
Did a fake live reaction. It's like Waldo says in the chat.
I think Grim needs to make a career out of acting, bro. That was off top. He need to make a career out of acting. That was perfect.
Mad views. Telling you.
Bro, I was like, bro, I hope everybody sees this video and no one ever subscribes to you.
Yeah, they just all unsub.
Can we take a minute?
I know, Master J and OV were like so cheese with them.
What were you gonna say, Milo?
Can we take another minute to appreciate?
No, you cannot.
Gotta sorry.
You can't get any more minutes. You're on my network.
Oh yeah, but
That's crazy, yo. That's how you treat me. Oh my god.
But all right,
you can have 2 minutes, Milo. You can have 2 minutes, Milo.
Here are the Prometheus that turned their body into something. There's Jozu, Luffy, Katakuri, Baby 5, Mr. 1, Capone, that very good guy. And that's pretty much
Jozu covered himself in diamond. It doesn't count.
Jozu covered himself.
He didn't cover himself. He becomes diamond.
He covers himself.
He doesn't cover himself.
100% covers himself.
He does not cover himself.
Yes, he does.
I always thought that he made it, but no, it's he covers himself.
No, he's made out of diamond.
No.
He turns his arm into diamond.
Oh. This one I'll tell you.
Covered himself.
I always thought otherwise, but
can you post the panels?
Can you post the panels where it says this
evidence?
Oh, nah. I don't think I said it in the Outer Haven. Black Onyx Diamond Jozu, bro. Shout out to that nigga.
Black Onyx Diamond Jozu. Confirmed.
Confirmed. You heard it here first. When you see his Haki version, that's what it's gonna be called.
See, that's the thing. I always want to see like people with like certain fruits like have a higher tier of what they normally would use, if that makes sense. for instance, like Diamond, like have a different version of it, or like Mochi, like have a different thing of it, which I think that's what Lisa's trying to say earlier.
Mochi Mochi.
Mochi Mochi
Don't tell me Mochi Mochi just joined.
What is good, my man? Yo, what do you thought of the chapter?
Oh, amazing, dude. Amazing. It's like a 9 out of 10 for me, man. Just like from the introduction to the ending was amazing. The only thing I didn't give a fuck about was the whole Sanji put it in. You know what I mean?
First and foremost, you look like a lizard trying to hide from the sun.
Seems like a
This nigga always want to talk about
he's chilling on the rooftop somewhere.
I'm chilling on my balcony. I got it like that, motherfucker.
He's trying to show Pedro what's good, yo. This is how you do a suicide.
Yeah, nah, but for real, like it was nice to see Jinbei drop knowledge on the crew. I think they really, really needed that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's obvious that Luffy reacts to that situation, but they don't really understand what to expect when it comes to Yonko. So I'm glad that he let them know what was good.
Yeah.
And this whole Katakuri and Luffy shit, that's another topic in itself, man. I don't even.
Hey, trust the process.
I mean,
hey.
To me, it's hard for me to imagine a way like he could, get the W.
I think he's got to manage his speed somehow. I think because it's the whole delay that's going on with the foresight and stuff with his observation Haki. It's making it so tough for Luffy. Like he's got to have something where because you think a Katakuri can be able to react to absolutely everything, and then there's not going to be a little delay where let's say you do it for a certain amount of time, then you got to stop for a sec, or else overdo yourself. You know what I mean?
How different strength do you guys think that Katakuri is from Luffy?
Yo, but let me say this. You see how you just said if we do a ranking, you don't see no way.
I feel like
hey,
sorry, hold on. This is gonna take 2 seconds to say. I think Katakuri's an A and Luffy's a B+.
I don't know, numbers are almost better to me. Just
we can't even do that till the whole fight is done, bro.
Say shit though. What were you gonna say, Wall?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say.
No, I was gonna say.
I want to see how he handles sports, man.
So you was in there when I was talking about the goddamn, you feel me, the shit
the whole
earlier, right?
Shit. Yeah, but I still want to see it's easy for him to wash gear second and gear third. We seen Doflamingo do that, but how he handles gear fourth, I think will add value to what we was talking about earlier. To what you said.
Easily.
Yeah, I think
because that's my point.
Luffy going gear 4 would be really bad. That's pointless. I don't think he should do it.
I mean, that's his last. I
mean, like I said, if there's a variation of gear 4, he can use a speedman or something, so he's not bulky.
That's why I feel like he's gonna have to have, because we see a defense, we see what I say an offense, and then I'm assuming we're gonna get some sort of speed from.
I mean, speed would be useless against a observation Haki specialist, wouldn't it?
But I mean, if you were fast,
it helps you out more. Because
that's what Rayleigh said was to counter people that move super fast. He's you use your use your observation Haki. I keep saying.
But I feel that's the only way. My whole thing is even if they can see it coming, if you can't react to it, does it matter?
Yeah, but it already seems like Curry's pretty fast though.
No, that's what I'm the thing is.
I think he's fast because of his observation Haki.
He's broken when he's in a 1v1 fight. You know what I mean? He can see well ahead into your moves.
Nah, but I'm happy they finally get to showcase that, bro, because people was trying to downplay it. Bro, we seen that he can't do this and that. Bro, he showed that.
Katakuri.
It was hard before. It was hard to tell before, but this chapter made it very clear. Basing him getting past his observation.
Yo, but it's how Oda drew it to me that shits on everything, bro. Because the man literally, Luffy tried to hit him with a jet stamp and try to kick him. He blitzed him. Even Luffy was surprised how fast he got up on him. Then he had cocked back his left leg to kick him. Luffy disappeared. Yeah. Then he's in midair. He's already in air. He switched from his left and kicked him with his right, cross his face. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what you call observation Haki, bro.
Yeah, no one else in the room could see Luffy moving, and he just instantly knew where he was. That's the thing that I feel that's kind of how we need to see more fights. Is realistically, I feel like we haven't really seen observation in fights that are that
useful. We should see it from that perspective for sure. Yeah,
it's never been to a point where the person with better observation should have a decently huge advantage. Other than that, it's always been armament over observation. I feel like.
So the thing what's good happening is that we're gonna see actually in Haki fight instead of like a normal physical fight.
No, he's saying it's like instead of armament Haki like clash and like who's armament Haki's better, it's gonna be like observation like where it matters.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be observation. But I think that the Conqueror's Haki or the King's Haki can do something to negate that.
That's how I think he's gonna like try to overpower Katakuri, because they said he specializes in the Conquerors, but I mean we haven't seen anything special from him.
Now, though, if Katakuri has Conquerors, do you guys think it's going to be higher tier than Luffy's?
I mean, I don't think he has it.
I mean, if he did,
I don't know.
I think if he does, I think it would be. But that's just me.
If he had Conqueror's Haki, I don't know why he was training his observation.
I mean, yeah, but like we
want to train everything at this point.
Yeah, but no, they said he spent like every day training his observation to see into the future and shit. It's like you could have been training your Conquerors.
Bro, shut up, bro.
What if these observations?
You can't train your Conqueror's Haki, bro.
No, they said you can't train to get it, but you can train once you have it.
Bro,
you can't. Rayleigh said you can't train. It grows with you. It grows with
the Haki.
Yeah.
If you have King's Haki, it grows. If you have it grow like over time, you can't really train it. It's your spirit itself that has to
your fighting spirit itself. Like you have to be devoted to whatever you're trying to do. You have to have the spirit to want to conquer everything.
Yeah, and knowing Luffy, it's gonna grow like crazy. Like his fighting spirit is one of the biggest things about his character. Like,
yeah. You feel me?
But the thing is, like, going back to the observation Haki thing, because I was reading the volume now, but like it's like to read like the location of like the movements and all that kind of stuff. So like. It's all in the senses. So like again, with the 6 month thing, like Morass, we're thinking right now, if he trained up his senses to the point where like he can be able to like using Gear 4 Speedman, incorporate that, then maybe he has a chance of kind of like balancing it off for a little bit. There's gonna be like almost like a time limit thing, kind of like how he was with Gear 4 using power. The same thing using speed is kind of limit.
Here comes the hate train from everyone. If
Wallow, you make so much noise.
Bro, hey man, that's when them trucks ride past, but I can't control that, bro.
No. It looks like you're in a Fast and Furious 10 or something like that, man.
But if Sanji was there, like because it seems like an observation fight more so, do you think he'd have a better chance than Luffy when it comes to observation?
No.
No.
Oh well, if it was strictly
observation, dodging attacks, but not beating him.
Yeah, because I think Sanji's faster and quicker than Luffy, so that coupled with his observation specialty, I think he would have a better chance.
But I don't like in terms of just overall like the overall battle, like he's not doing any better. He's probably doing worse, honestly. Like
then all Katakuri have to do is switch up on him.
So to you guys, what would need to happen for Luffy to have a chance of winning?
Well, first,
bro, let me take the floor first. Bro. That's why I was saying with the whole, you feel me? I don't know if that you want to consider vulcanizing the rubber. You feel me? Like what people have said in the past, or you feel me? To me, it could be a form of awakening. I don't know, but you feel me? It's still keeping everything that he does now, but it's just changing certain aspects of it. Like instead of him blowing air into his body, the same way he's watching Katakuri use Mochi and just using more of it, he should be able to do that with rubber.
The first thing Luffy
he should be able to do that.
The first thing Luffy needs to do is be able to hurt Katakuri, find out how to do that. I feel like we can't, even if he awakens and he just like fades into his attacks, it just won't matter.
I mean,
I was thinking about something crazy.
I mean, I personally don't believe like he's gonna go like however the fight ends.
You got me, lads. You got me.
I don't think he's gonna like. He's not gonna.
So we can barely hear you, bro.
He's not gonna knock him the fuck out and just walk away. But I do
Mochi,
think
can you say that more time? It's like really quiet.
Oh, my fault. Can you hear me better?
No.
Are you serious?
No, like I can't hear you better. You still sound quiet.
All right. Someone else talk. I'll be back.
No, but what if he actually used like to blow himself up like with all the air and that use that air as a speed feed?
I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like he's kind of like are you saying like he's just blowing the air out like externally like a jet?
Yeah, and something like that, and that's he used like as to be quicker than Katakuri in some way.
I mean, he could always use like. Oh, God.
The same way, if Katakuri is a Mochi man, which he is, Luffy's a rubber man. Luffy should be able to make more rubber on his body or use more rubber in his body than he has as a natural body. You feel me? Like, that's obvious. If they're the same, that's what they're telling us. Everything keeps saying they have similar devil fruits. They have similar devil fruits. Like,
can y'all hear me better or no?
That's what.
Yeah, but they never said Luffy can produce rubber.
It's definitely implied though, especially with Katakuri's statement. Yeah, I think so. Especially when we see other parameces like Luffy, the way Luffy uses his devil fruit makes no sense. The fact that Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd, and Gear 4th all give him some crazy sort of drawback makes no sense. We've never seen any other devil fruit do that. The only exception that we know of is Law, and Law has to strain himself to do that. You know what I mean? This is a consequence of him going into that form.
So with that being said,
that's just the way Luffy chooses to use his fruit, though. He don't have to use it that way.
But that's Wallow's point. Like there must be another way to use his fruit that he's not aware of.
He gave himself these powers because he needed them, and he was willing to take those drawbacks.
Yeah, and he didn't know the other way around it. He didn't know no other way around it at that time, so he just took what he went with, and he made do. You feel me? But at the same time, that's why I said, one of the main things I said back in the day, like Trent brought up earlier, them changing Katakuri from a Logia to a Paramecia opened the door for Luffy to be a special Paramecia as well.
Yep.
You feel me? And just as Katakuri
I know what you're trying to say with that.
And he can produce Mochi, he is Mochi. Luffy should be able to do the same thing. He is rubber, so why can't he produce it as well?
So if that's the case, is there like any way that you guys can think of that would be like sensible for him to all of a sudden be able to do that this arc, or do you think that's something that would?
I don't think I think we'll see like a hint. Yeah, that goes back to the point I was trying to make earlier. Like I don't think he's gonna get like an outright W. Like I don't think he's just gonna knock him the fuck out and then he's just gonna walk away. Like I think we'll see him sort of, some sort of hit and where his strength starts to pivot to like these top tiers. You know what I mean? Even if it's like awakening, like some sort of hint that it unlocks and gives him an extra boost that causes him to get away.
Yeah, like
the thing is, I feel like we already seen Luffy do it. Because look at Gear 3rd. If it was just blowing air into his arms, then that should add no weight behind his punches. If he wasn't adding.
Thank you. That's what I was just about to say.
To his body.
Imagine an elephant gun as solid rubber and not full of air. That's twice the impact. That's probably even 3 times the impact, bro. Air and solid rubber is a whole nother ball game, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think like he's just going while he's in Gear 4 throughout his body. You know what I'm saying? Like, just in that instant, just from watching Katakuri, like I think it's going to be a slow progression after this. Like this will be the starting point.
Yeah, I think if any time there was like Luffy being able to like learn something from an opponent, it'd be now, because like this should be such a high tier fight for a long time. Like outside of like fighting a Yonko or an Admiral next, like there shouldn't be one that like he learned something from. I feel like for a while.
I've been screaming that this is the arc where he's going to pivot. That we're going to see this pivot in his strength. I mean, because after this, we're going right into Wano, and supposedly we're fighting Kaido. You know what I mean, directly. So we already saw at the beginning of this arc he wasn't ready.
Yeah. Which do
you guys feel like honestly, like his awakening will happen like this arc, or is it gonna happen in
Wano? I don't want it to be this arc only because like I feel like he still needs to use Tank Man and whatever other Gear 4 form he has more so. And then
do you feel like we'll see like a small glimpse of that awakening, but not?
That's what I was gonna say. I'd rather see a small hint of it in this fight than anything else.
I already think that we saw some of his awakening, because I think the awakening has to do with also like his tattooing of the devil fruit on his body with the Gear 4 thing. I think it's already hinting to the awakening, and I think little by little we're gonna see more and more about the awakening stuff, and now we're gonna even see more, I think, in the fight with Katakuri.
Yeah. Like I definitely think that the whole Gear 4 devil fruit tattoo thing was definitely like just to let Oda letting us know, like, hey, this is coming soon. And I think now is that moment where we see that actual first step. Like something weird's gonna happen to his body. I very much at least believe that.
He's gonna Big Mom Dream.
Yo, but and that's another thing. Like, you feel me? like with the whole devil fruit situation, bro. Like, I don't know, bro, because I just don't want it to be in a situation where it's like Naruto and he talking to some soul in his belly type bullshit.
Nah.
Yeah, I ain't on that, bro. Like
the Straw Hat will talk to him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that because we know there's devils like in devil fruits, like there's something inhabited in the devil fruit.
Thing, yeah. Like, there's like little subtleties of setup.
Yeah, they say they clearly say it's a soul, bro.
So like if he awakened, like I would be cool if his like the soul in his devil fruit was a little gangster. You know what I mean? Like
I watched it be Gold Roger.
I don't know. Nah, let's chill. If it's Gold Roger, I'm dropping the story.
But then again, if he knew how to master that thing, like that's a thing, you know, like.
Yep. Fast, bro. He's pumping serious. Yeah, like, I don't know. I want One Piece, which I think everyone agrees with, is something that like if we see it, it has to make sense and can't be a bullshit power up. That's all I want.
Yeah. I actually don't care.
Yeah, that's it.
I think any lobby had bullshit powers.
Like I like the explanation.
I love Eddie's lobby aside from the bullshit powers.
Come on, bro. Zoro used Ashra. We were like, yo, this is trash. We were like, yeah, this is epic as fuck, bro. It doesn't really matter.
When I first went through Water 7, bro, like
Ashra was cool, but the way he got it is trash.
Yeah, when I went through Eddie's lobby for the very first time, I was like, I don't understand where this came from.
I don't think anyone did, but we were all like, yo, this is awesome.
Like, I'm not going to act like it wasn't hype, but like, it wasn't logically consistent to me. Still cool.
I don't think that's catching up. That didn't matter, bro. Like, come on.
I feel like though there was a ton of things in the series that point to him having something like that. Like, if you look back even at the very, very beginning of the series before he got the sword, like there were hints, like his eye glowing whenever he'd fight someone, like especially in like T-Bone. Like before they got there, like his eyes started glowing and shit. Yeah. Like there were hits. It's just like until like you go back. That's one of those things. That's why I say like reread One Piece is so nice, because like you go back with new knowledge and then you look out for those specific things.
I don't know, man. If he could suddenly control his blood, Sanji was on fire. It was all weird and shit.
Yeah, I know. Like, I definitely see the whole T-Bone thing, but like even that, like we still didn't even get no sort of explanation. Like, does that have to do with some like the curse with his sword? Like I don't know, bro. Like,
yeah, Wano's can explain a lot about Zoro. Like I don't know if you guys saw the picture of like those two people and the the blonde hair guy with the bow.
Apparently that has nothing to do with Wano. That's just like a Japanese fairy tale or something.
Well, it was for the Kyoto event, but Oda specifically drew that. So like he doesn't just draw two random with Japanese backgrounds like that, and not you know what I mean, not being important.
Yo, I hope everybody's anticipating Zoro to leave the crew, bro, because
that's
one
coming.
thing, Jinbei, he be on that real shit like how goddamn Zoro be. They both spit facts. So now you're gonna have two niggas who's like right under the captain himself that spit facts, and they both strong as hell. You know what I'm saying? And you feel me? What is Zoro every like time and time again, bro? Like you remember when shout out to Muhammad, because we was talking about that junk earlier, bro. He sent me the video and stuff so I could rewatch it and everything, bro. Like when he was sitting there talking to Luffy when Usopp left the crew. When he was talking to him, bro, he was putting him on game, bro. He was like, hey, if anyone stop respecting this man or lose respect for this man, then how can any of us respect him? You feel me?
Yep.
Then he was like, bro, I'm gonna be the next one to leave. And then, like I said, bro,
Jinbei probably don't even know.
That's what I'm saying. Jinbei probably doesn't even know about that situation, even though it happened on the island.
Yeah, like I think that should be brought up, because it'd be stupid, I feel like, to not have that be brought up at all, because that was such a big moment at the time.
Yeah, of course.
And I hope it's not like they joke around about it. Like they're having drinks and shit. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I kicked the captain in the face. And so I was like, what? It's like smash the bottle.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? But the thing is too, like, it's not even just like the whole thing about him leaving the crew, like, you know, disrespecting Luffy, and Luffy lets it aside. What was another thing he said too? It's like, you know, if anyone ever steps in front of my dream, that I'm gonna go at him. Or like,
I thought it was something along the lines of like, if you become a man that is like unworthy, then you know what I mean? Like I will cut you down myself or something like that.
And if you somehow step in front of my dream, that's like another thing too. Like you said to Luffy, like,
that was like a lie, because like he tried to give his life in Thriller Bark. So I guess he like progressed past that.
I mean,
no. I think Like he can still, but I think he still believes that. But like in that moment, like Luffy still had his respect. That's why he made a move like that. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean that's
it.
Words. Like he said like I'm not gonna like give up my dream for whatever, and he did, or he was about to.
Okay, so what if Kuina?
Hey, but remember that same Usopp.
I think she's gonna be there.
Kuina offers an opportunity for him to come back home, or something like they go back, whatever. Does Zoro take that opportunity to go back with them, or he stays with the crew?
Right now, I think he'd stay with the crew. But like,
yeah, he was with the crew for sure.
I feel like if he had a chance to like fight Mihawk and Luffy said no, like I feel like he'd probably go fight Mihawk.
Yeah, that's
yeah. But like honestly, there's no way in hell Luffy would say no though.
Yeah, no.
You know what I can see happening? I can see happening this. If he sees the opportunity to fight, I can see Luffy saying this after the Wano arc. I'll stay here for a year. We'll take her and train. You go deal with what you have to do with Mihawk. By that time when year comes, when we go and set sail to Raftel or to Elbaf or whatever, you gotta make sure you come back, or you know what? You're on your own.
Like,
what I was about to bring up, when Zoro was saying this stuff about Usopp, bro, the one who chimed in when everybody was looking all stupid was Sanji. Like, he was like, what the shitty mouse head is saying is right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was the first one to say something, and he was the first one to say
why he was
what he's saying is right. You feel me? And then Zoro's right. Is it so easy to leave the crew? Should it even be easy to? If it's so easy, then why are we here? We're not playing a child's pirate game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it makes too much sense for like Kuina to be alive, especially if Zoro ends up leaving the crew temporarily due to that. Because like I could see him getting lost and meeting her, and like I don't know, like especially like I don't know, I just see it as being something where like if she is like a dummy or something like that, like it'd make too much sense for them to like meet up.
Kuina's not alive.
Stop it.
Yeah, I don't think she's alive either.
If your friend told you like, oh yeah, your friend died because you fell on the stairs.
Yeah, but I mean, we go back to this.
Listen, if they said that, I'd be like, that's stupid. But if I went to the funeral and saw their dead body on the table,
No.
Fell down the stairs. Isn't that like a Japanese metaphor?
Like, I think she's still
but like,
alive.
then again, like you can fake a body so easily, or like.
I was gonna say, in a world, like look at what Kuro. Remember how he got out of that whole shit? Like he found a body double in the East Blue, and he got out. Like we're in a world of devils.
Oh yeah.
Okay, why would Kuina fake her death? For no reason?
It's not. Well, again,
I don't think it's her
problems again.
No, devil. I've just got a feeling. Sorry to interrupt, Les, but I just got a feeling like when we saw Chapter 0, and we saw the flashback with all those people when they were younger, and all those people got an important role later into the story, and we saw Kuina as well, and I think that's why gonna see Kuina as well later on in the story.
What is Kuina?
Then explain, if you believe Kuina is alive, explain the existence of Tashigi. Like, then why do we have Tashigi in the story?
Listen,
I don't think Oda knows that. He just had her like become fodder in Punk Hazard.
I feel like that's weird, bro. Like, why even introduce a bro?
Yeah, like I don't feel he just brought that.
They're related.
Yeah.
Like
maybe they're sisters.
I
mean that's been a long ass theory for so long.
Let me give him an example why she could have faked the death, because in the fiction she want to be a strong swordsman, but people look at her as a girl and look at her as inferior where she is. So you feel me? That's the perfect. Like she could have been crying about it or telling Ivankov a little about it, and then he told Dragon, and they got up and found a way to do it. You feel me?
I mean, that doesn't explain why she would have to fake her death.
Well, like.
So she could live a new life.
Secret.
Yeah, you feel me? She could move on with her life from there and become a swordsman on the out.
Yeah, she could just ran away from
like I said, bro. Yeah, even though she was like the second strongest at the dojo, people still looked down on her because she was a girl.
Yeah. And plus, I thought Zoro talked her out of that, like being a woman makes you so you can't be a strong swordsman anymore. Stuff.
How many times has a woman lied about anything? You know what I mean? Like they think that it's gonna be fine, and they go against the word.
That's sexist.
Yeah, but her father still believed it, though. It don't matter what she
listen, they're strong swords, female swords. Look at Smoothie, man.
Yeah,
Smoothie done shit.
Like I said, it don't matter. It don't matter what Kuina believed. Her father still believed it. He was the one standing in her way, so she had to.
You should have used Boa Hancock.
Then like people always forget.
Boa Hancock is a better example.
People forget
he was talking about swordsman.
Yeah, you feel me?
Look at Big Mom with Napoleon.
No, but she doesn't want. But dog, regardless, bro, Big Mom is a pirate, bro. She wasn't trying to be no pirate, bro. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to be a swordsman.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's it.
That doesn't change anything.
I still have the theory about that.
Yes, that does. Stop bringing up fucking pirates, bro.
I'm bringing up female swordsmen. They just happen to be pirates.
I think the theory about that.
Bro, they're not trying to be the best swordsman. She wants to be the best swordsman.
Yeah, but her being a woman doesn't stop that.
Yo, look. Now you're arguing semantics and shit. She wants to be the best swordsman, and they look down on her because she's a female trying to be the best swordsman.
Yeah, and that's why Ivankov and that's why Ivankov helped her with giving her hormones or something like that to be a man.
Being a pirate doesn't matter because the best swordsman is a pirate.
At the moment.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's kind of like in the air, only slowly because, like,
yeah,
like
bro,
he's not really a pirate,
like you feel me?
No, he's definitely a pirate.
He's a pirate.
I mean, he's a pirate now. I'm just saying, like,
how much other swordsmen you know that are coming for the title are pirates?
I don't know anybody other than Zoro that's coming for the title, actually. So
I mean, I feel like
thank you. That's it.
Someone that is.
Vista.
I mean, then again,
Vista don't even want the title.
Who probably want the title too, like, you know.
I mean, I'm not even sure if Mihawk himself cares about the title. Just happens to have it.
Yo,
yeah,
Vista said it's just an honor to cross blades with him. That's it.
Yeah. But then again, we could run into some kid in Wano who's like, "Oh, like I want to be the man. I want to take out Mihawk," and then Zoro's like, "No, take your time." Like, so I don't know. Yeah. Anything else on the chapter you guys want to talk about?
Yes, I got his ass whooped.
No, he did.
Yeah, his old lady, his would-be old lady beat his ass, man. I was actually disappointed when I seen that, man. I thought she was gonna be a little bit more cool. I thought she was gonna be chill.
Oh, so I thought you said Ty.
Oh no!
I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? Okay, yeah, Don Sai.
Sai.
Yeah, he got wrecked. I don't know why I thought Ty.
How powerful are those people on Kano? How powerful are those people on Kano?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that though? So I got beat by Okama.
I'm assuming they're pretty. I'm assuming they're pretty strong, but I also assume that Sai didn't fight back. So.
If I were him in that situation, I would beat him.
I don't know.
Oh, and
now look at Baby Five. She's like, "No, you got your ass beat."
Oh, and about that Baby Five shit, bro.
The area around him would have.
She can only turn.
Yeah, he probably didn't go out loud, but he probably fought back.
Baby Five can only turn into weapons, bro. She can't consistently be like the just one solid object, bro. Like she can't she go turn it into a sword, like you feel me, a literal sword. That's garbage as ass, bro. Like don't try to.
If you're gonna count Mr. One, then I think you should count Baby Five too, because she's the superior version of his devil fruit.
Some way,
as a weapon, bro. I'm talking about as a solid whatever you are. Like he's the steel man, bro. She's a weapon. Like she's a superior weapon because she's swords, guns, everything, bro. That's why she's a superior
missile.
That's the perfect couple, yo.
But he is the steel man. You feel me? What's his name? Katakuri, Mochi man, Luffy, Rubber man.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think we're gonna see Kano come with Sai when they go to Wano, like as support.
I'm forgetting. Wasn't he supposed to go to the Reverie, Sai, or like?
Yeah, they were supposed to.
Yeah, I think they are supposed to go to the Reverie.
I don't know if the people, everyone else seemingly already left.
No, they said they wouldn't make it in time for the Reverie.
Right. Because they only had like 1 week when Sully got there, and that was like way before they even left. I think Dressrosa, or like right when they left Dressrosa.
Shout out to Sarah.
Yeah,
I think when they get back, I think when they get back, they're gonna fucking smash you. That you find.
Probably Milo's cooking.
Sounds making a cake. But
sorry. I'm making my
That's just Morass trying to put the blame on Milo. Look at you.
But no, I wasn't saying. I just think that when that dude gets back, the Dragon Leader guy from Kano, with the tattoo, I think he's gonna like have Sai convince him to bring Kano forces to.
Yeah.
Oops, they're gonna.
And I guess like we can go into like our predictions and stuff for the next week's chapter.
I think Luffy gonna get his ass whooped. Yeah. Katakuri is gonna showcase his dominance.
A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more. I still don't think he's gonna show his full capabilities. Hopefully he stops toying with them a bit though. That may get tiresome. And I really want the next chapter to be all fight. Honestly, I don't want to cut away to the.
Yeah, you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be disappointed.
That's probably,
Thank you.
And if we
that's
do,
probably not gonna happen.
If we do cut away to some other stuff, let us at least get some big information. Something.
I mean, if we cut away right now, I feel like we gotta go to
do some world building on the cake
or something. Yeah.
All right. Well, my predictions are that they keep fighting, they keep punching each other for a bit, and that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else.
They just punch. No, that's it.
Punching.
No special.
They punch for a bit, then they're mates.
Punching is cool. Oh yeah, Luffy goes gear 4th. I forgot to say that.
I mean,
he might do that, but that'd be a really stupid thing to do.
He's a pretty stupid guy.
Yeah, that's why I say he might do that.
Stupid is what stupid does, and that's Luffy's terminology. Milo, how about you? What do you think's gonna happen next chapter?
I think first and foremost, Luffy goes gear 4. Katakuri turns on his second level, not his max, just the second level. He washes gear 4, and Luffy stops, and he's like, "What am I gonna do?" Then we cut away to see now.
Your chapter sucks.
Sanji. No, we have to cut away. We have to cut away to see Sanji start making this cake. Like, come on.
No, like no.
Really don't.
If you think we're not gonna take this cake,
flying on the carpet to make the cake, and everybody hated it.
Save it until the fight is over, man.
If you think we're not gonna cut away from this fight in every chapter, y'all watch.
I agree.
We're not just gonna get chapter. It's gonna be piece. Because now we have 3 Straw Hat groups in different places. So we have to check on each of them every chapter.
No, we don't. Not every chapter.
No, we don't.
Watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
I believe you, Milo.
Milo might be talking crazy, but anyways, Morass, how about you? What's your thoughts? What the next week's chapter?
I think we're gonna see like a whole chapter about the cake.
Oh my god!
I think my chapter was better.
I don't want it to I don't want it to happen like that. But Oda, how he's doing stuff, like we're gonna see maybe like one Luffy, and then the whole page gonna be about the cake stuff.
Oh my gosh! Isn't that supposed to be like the end of the volume too?
It's the last chapter of volume 87. Yes. Oda does that on Burn Up.
Yeah, but no. But the ending is why the ending is volume is because you're gonna see Sanji like, recipe 65 of the 99 recipes.
Yeah, that's not fucking right, bro. Stop.
Oh man.
I mean, if you use one of the recipes, bro, I think that'll be pretty hype.
No, that's not
because like it's been a while since we wanted to see.
I think that's gonna be quite dope. That's gonna be quite dope.
But to waste an entire chapter on it, like it'd be stupid. Like half a chapter, okay.
Like there was like 2 panels of him doing a recipe in Punk Hazard. That was fine.
Well, they're talking for so long about the cake, so yeah, I think a whole chapter about the cake would not be surprising.
I mean, it wouldn't be, but I'm just saying I wouldn't like it.
I agree.
I would say the chapter after, yeah, not next week's. But
fuck that shit.
But Wallo, your rating. Your predictions for next week's chapter.
Alright, man. You know, like I said, Luffy finna do his gear 4 thing, get beat. He's gonna get his ass stomped. You feel me? I don't know what Katakuri gonna do, how he gonna whoop his ass anyway. You finna have to figure out something. You feel me? At least make him compete. He gonna do something. I just hope he figure it out in that chapter. You feel me? Or towards the end, because when is the is next chapter the end of the volume?
Chapter 880 is the end of volume 87. So next week's chapter is the end of.
Yeah. So that the next one. Yeah. So you feel me? Look, man. So he might leave it leading off to him figuring something out. Like I'm about to pull out something.
Okay.
That could happen, but
yeah.
I just hope we don't see nothing about Sanjay, no cakes. You feel me? The only thing I want them to flash over to Sanjay if he finna fight Daifuku. That's it.
Nah, that'd be a really lame fight. I don't want to see that.
Sanjay versus Daifuku would be lame.
Yeah, up, bro.
That'd be pretty lame, man.
Stop.
I don't know, man. At first,
I can't understand.
No, look, I was hyped for the genie, right? I was
I'm over here
okay,
trying to give my predictions.
Cool. I'm sorry, I was giving my opinion. I was giving my opinion.
With that troll ass shit to make me want to choke slam you.
I wasn't trolling. I don't think that'd be a cool fight.
All right, to save Double A from getting attacked by Wallow, Mochi, your predictions.
Mochi. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on the Milo Mirage bandwagon. I think we're going to see Sanji start baking his goddamn cake. We probably going to have a little bit of pound mixed up in there, too. But I think if the chapter does end, like, it's going to end with Luffy doing some gift Katakuri, handling that. And that's what the chapter ends. But I think it's mostly going to be about Sanji and his god. So.
Yeah, okay.
Please,
Chris,
no.
predictions.
I think we're...
Say what? Lee cut out.
Out. I'm back.
No, Chris, I think he cut out.
I'm back.
Okay.
Come back to it.
Okay, when Chris comes back from the dead, I'll say my prediction. But I think we're gonna see at least a quarter or half of the chapter, basically like progressing through the cake stuff. Like I think Oda's gonna really rush it through and try and get as much of the content done with the cake as possible. And then going into like Luffy, Gear 4, and the next half of the chapter, he's gonna fight with Katakuri, and then eventually it's gonna lead to Gear 4 Speedman to end the chapter and the volume. So.
Gear 4 Speedman.
Speedman.
You really about the speed form, bro?
All black with the tattoos and stuff on, bro. It's gonna happen.
I think it's gonna be Slender Man.
Slender Man.
Yeah.
I only say Speed Man because Bounce Man, Tank Man, Speed Man, Slender Man.
Because what he needs right now is reach, man. He needs reach, right? So Slender Man is what's up.
He's literally a rubber man. How much reach can he fucking have? Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. But he need that constant reach. He don't need like wind up. He need that like stick his arms out there and they just stay there.
Luffy needs Superman right now.
Could you imagine his final form? His final form, like all the forms for rubber. It's like I'm a rubber man. That's how he ends up. I'm just a rubber man. Like I ain't got
nothing. Like his final form is just called Rubber Man.
Rubber King.
Yo, bro. But this is what I'm telling y'all, bro. With that whole rubber shit that I was saying earlier, bro. Like Luffy stated.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
That should be more believable that he might do that very soon. He specifically said, "There's no way that my rubber is." Or your Mochi is better than my rubber, or however he said it some way or another. You get what?
Yeah, but that's a lie.
What's
a lie?
Because like he can stretch and he's sticky and split apart. Luffy can't do any of that.
Yeah, but Luffy's elastic.
Yeah, so it's Katakuri.
That's what it's gonna be.
All right, listen. This nigga. It wasn't even about sticky, elastic, none of that shit. The nigga specifically said to him, he's like, I'm stronger and I'm faster. Everything
I'm just saying Mochi is better than rubber.
Everything you could do with your rubber fruit, I could do with my Mochi fruit better.
I mean,
basically, he gave him a Michael Jordan line. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm Michael Jordan out here. You like Kobe, nigga. Like, you ain't ready though.
Nah, he was saying
Kobe never put Jordan on his back before.
But this is the whole point behind that. The whole point behind that is because, all right, you see how their elephant guns was matched up, and Luffy got blasted. if that was all rubber, it would have bust and it would have blew that shit up.
I don't know, man. Katakuri's
If
pretty
that was
awesome.
just solid, if that was solid
He's a
rubber,
sweet
it would
general,
have blew
bro.
that Mochi fist up.
I don't think solid rubber would have put Cracker up.
Bro, because that's way more impact force, bro. You got to realize that, bro. If you can't understand what
I mean,
a
that's way more
solid block
impact
of
force, but I mean, like, Katakuri's not a slouch or anything.
What?
Katakuri's not a slouch or anything, so.
Oh, I'm not saying he is.
I know, but I mean, I don't think it would have blasted it apart. I think he would have like completed more evenly with Katakuri.
That you can say that.
Sorry to interrupt. I don't want to be rude, but is it not if Chris not here, we're gonna get
what?
If it's not gonna be like if Chris is not here, we're gonna get stumped from talking.
Oh,
you here?
What you understand nothing.
DGK, come on, son. Yeah, DGK is not here yet. It's gonna cut off. So I'll just do the outro and stuff now. So if you guys enjoy this stream, in case it cuts off on us, like the stream if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here, and we'll catch you guys next week for more One Piece craziness. But until then, enjoy us ramble for a little bit until the stream cuts off. So enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
ramble
a bit. What we rambling
I
about?
feel you on the rubber shit, Waller.
Well, and just adding real quick, we'll set up a donation box for DGK's internet. That's it.
Yo, bro, but I'm trying to tell niggas sleep on what like that I guess that's what you would call vulcanized rubber. You feel me? What that'll do to you. Like I seen a video of this tire that had popped off a goddamn truck, bro, and that shit was rolling by itself, bounced, hit the nigga,
cracked this whole shit. Yeah, I seen that video. That shit was devastating, man. Like the force, like his head hit the ground. Like,
what do y'all think about Luffy, Gear Force, Elastic Man, like Reed Richards, like?
Nah, that's whack.
I'm tired of balling blows. I just want his base to get stronger.
Yeah, that's me too. That's exactly how I feel, bro.
More specifically geared third and second.
Like I want him to
y'all remember
be
when
like versatile between all of those gears.
I mean, what he's supposed to do for his base right now, though?
Hey, you're like, all right, check this out, bro. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all remember versus Amel? He did that shit where he turned like. He looked stupid as hell, and he was dodging shit left, right. He couldn't hit him.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, that's like his natural instincts or some shit." He just turned off everything else in his brain, and that was just his instincts. You feel me, or some shit like that. But he said he can't attack in that form. That's the only thing. What if